everyone, good evening and welcome to yet another session of Instagram Live with me. And you know that I do these sessions every Thursday at 6 p.m. and bring you different guests. They are all good and very strong in their own industry. And since we hear so much about digitalization and how the world is going to go online and how we're going to have to, gain more techniques and skills, today I have for you with me Rishi Gangoly, somebody who I've worked with for the last, I think, 2 years now. And I'm telling you, this guy is somebody, I have never met anyone like Rishi. Always enthusiastic, always happy. You ask him, Rishi, how are you doing? And he'll say, life is amazing. And that's an answer you want to hear. It kind of, brings back life to you also. And really good with his work. He's helped me with marketing on LinkedIn, also helped me with many other technology challenges that I've faced. So without wasting any more of your time and his, I'm going to call him on. Just give me like a second.
He'll be here in just a second.
Hi, Rishi.
Hey, hi. Sorry, Good evening. Hi.
How are you doing? Yes.
Yeah.
We can see you. So I'm going to welcome you again onto my show, and also welcome to all the guests. We have a few people who have already logged in, and we're all waiting to see what you can tell us and how comfortable you can make us with this new word that we're hearing a little too much. That's called digitalization. Right? So Rishi, why don't you tell us something of tell the guests something of what you do briefly?
Yes. Sure. So I have a background in IT, and for the last now 10 or 11 years, I've been focused on teaching people how to use technology. I started off with websites. Then I did email marketing for some of my customers, and I also helped them to grow their network using LinkedIn. These are the three primary things I help my clients with, and you being one of them, of course.
Yes. So I must say it was, I'm glad that early in my career as an entrepreneur, I met somebody like you who was not only helping me with marketing as such, but also helped me in so many other ideas that you gave me that has really helped me move business forward. So thank you so much for it, Rishi. So I'm going to start bombarding you with my questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I also request my guests, if you have any questions related to anything in technology, digitalization, please start typing them out, and Rishi is here to answer them to the best that he can. So my first question to you, Rishi, is that we're all hearing this word digitalization during this lockdown time. And, while all of us know what it means, like I've started taking my workshops online and stuff like that. But along with digitalization, what are the other changes that you see happening in the times to come? We may be over with the crisis of COVID-19. We'll be over with the lockdown. When we go into the real world, even further than digitalization, what are the changes that you foresee?
Yeah, I think work as we know it is going to change. It's not going to be the same. Yes. We're already doing the changes, and I think it's here to stay. COVID-19 has just brought to the reality that was going to come anyway, which is getting dragged and prolonged. But I think what is happening is that it has just brought it now all in one shot. So people are having to think about what are they doing? Is their job secure? Should they be doing something else?
The answers are there now. Yes.
What's the future going to be like? So people are thinking, and so therefore, because people are thinking, I think they're going to actually relook at what they need to do from a point of view, and how they have to use online as much as possible. Today it's COVID-19. Oh, God forbid there's a COVID-20 coming up. I have no idea what's going to happen. So I think people have to think of different ways to, exist and be able to earn money, and at least work from home kind of things are going to be a serious consideration.
So welcome to my guests again. All of them are here. I think some of them are your friends and some of them are my friends. So we'll say hi to all of them. And I was talking to you the other day, and you were mentioning something about the gig economy. That was something very interesting to me. So can you tell your audience, tell our audience something about that as well, because that's something that's going to come in combination with digitalization. I see.
Yeah, so I think this started some while ago, maybe around 8 years back, where getting a salary and you have a skill, you work in a company, you get a payment every month on the first of every month. That's kind of going to change to here's your specialization. This is the project at hand. How much we need to charge to get it done, and you do a project. So you can do multiple projects simultaneously, but you
like a freelancer, is that it?
Like a freelancer, you don't work for a specific company, but at the same time you're associated with many or maybe one.
Right.
If just from that one company you get a lot of projects. But I think it's going to change from first of the month you get a salary. It's going to change from that to you get this job done, you get paid. It's going to be. Even I think even companies will now start looking at why do we need to give benefits and employment and all of that stuff.
Yes.
Wherever it's needed, they will do it, but it will start reducing down to the bare minimum. And then they will pretty much open up the market. Because of the online world, it's now easy to connect and access these resources. Things will come to a place where people will just outsource to people to get the jobs done that they would be in an employment position, but now they'll have to do it. Let's go and find my market, and at the same time, those corporations that want to get it done will go and find it from online. They don't need to necessarily. You have to come to office and swipe your 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I think all that will start to happen and roll out in the next months and years to come. I think that's going to happen. Slowly and steadily it's going to.
So how do you think, the world going digital in this era, how is it going to impact the corporates? You did tell us a little bit about it already, but the ones who in jobs, basically, how is it going to impact the corporates here?
So whether you're the employer or the employee, either way, both are going to get impacted because situations like this will create the requirement for people to look for opportunities other than just the pool. Like it's not like you just come to work and do the work. So as I was mentioning, the gig economy is going to be eating more into this. Earlier it might have been a smaller percentage of work. So companies will also start realizing they can't afford. So to save on costs, they cannot afford to pay salaries, and because it's not just the salary, right? The CTC cost to companies more than just what they take home.
Yes,
so all of those costs add up, and if we can do things like Zoom and online and video connections, and people understand they won't get paid till the job is done. This whole attitude or shift in attitude of nahi gaya to nahi gaya. If I don't go to work, what's the big deal? First of the month I'll get my salary. I'll have to I'll have to learn a little bit. Now that's going to change. Now people are going to take more responsibility for doing a job well done rather than falling behind and then okay, I'll do it tomorrow. So in a way, I think it's positive, it's good. And then corporations also will scale down employment and at least get the best of resources to get the job done. So that shift will happen. It won't happen overnight, but it will start moving that direction. That's how I see it panning out, because people do have access to computers, high-speed internet, video, audio, all of that is becoming more and more easily available to people.
Yes.
COVID-19 has just made that so-called possibility into a reality now. It's actually happening. So people will, so it is, it's going to impact everybody, both the corporate and the employees, both.
So, you are a guy who is really good with technology, and on the other side, there's me, who is always, I'm going to Google and say, how do I change my profile picture on Instagram? So, some of us are really daft when it comes to technology. So, what kind of advice do you think you will give people like us who still have an inhibition with the world changing into a whole digital market?
Actually, you'll be amazed because I do exactly what you do.
Okay.
Go and figure something out if I try to go find out where it is, I might find it maybe 6 out of 10 times, but the other 4 times I'm like, where the hell is this damn setting in YouTube, for example? Right?
Okay.
Where do I go for YouTube Live or something? And if I take more than 6 seconds to figure it out, I do exactly what you do, which is like open another tab. How do I set my YouTube live? And then, this is how to do it. Okay. And then I go
So I am on the right path.
Absolutely. I mean, when there is a way to do something like Google, why not?
Yeah.
Right? So it's just that we aren't complaining about it. We're happy it's there. Some people, if you feel that, I don't know how to do things after Google, don't be, just switch your attitude and stop worrying about it. That's going to be the way people will have to do things anyway in the future.
Right.
Because there's so much of information out there. So thanks to Google, they'll give you the direction that you need. But for people who are not moving forward in this direction, at least you Google, right? And you figure out.
Yeah, I have met people who will say, oh, I can't do it, or I've tried, I'm not comfortable, I'm shy, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think for those type of people, it would be, that famous saying of change is the only constant. And people, if they don't change, they'll be left behind. I mean, let's face it, so it's an attitude adjustment people have to do. My dad is in his 70s, right? Mom, they're learning how to do. Mom, with her iPad, got to Zoom. She took my help, of course. But for the first 3 days, she got onto the Zoom class, yoga class. She was figuring out how to put the iPad in front with the cameras on, but the microphone's muted. She had to learn it.
Wow.
2-3 times she figured out how to do it. But at 70, she's willing to do it because she wants to do the yoga. She gets motivation when she's with the team over there. And they can ask questions. So I don't think age is a barrier. Dad has been on his computers for a while. Whenever he's stuck because he's a little slow, he asks for help. We help him out. But I think you have to go with the times. If you're going to have to, if you like to look outside the window and just read a book and have your coffee and use computers, fine, you'll be left behind. So I think it's important.
If not the computer, you'll definitely pick up the phone for sure. Phone has now become like a limb.
Yeah, and I think if an Uber driver or an Ola driver can figure out Google Navigator without knowing the language or having a degree, I mean,
it's easier.
They are figuring out technology, we don't have to think of it as a big deal. We only think of it a big deal if you're forced to use it and you're not liking it. But if use it.
It's a mindset. It's a mindset basically. Every change that comes in, there's a mindset shift as well. So tell me, you just sent me a link to a video where I watched and I was like, no way, everything is going to be machine based. Everything is going to be like technology driven. Don't you feel it's going to be really impersonal and people will lose that personal touch which they have with each other?
Well, if you think about it, there was a time 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 500 years ago, things changed, right?
Yeah.
Right? There was a time when people were like so many people in the house, right?
Yeah.
Because like from the tribal community, then we went to families, then now we're becoming just with the parents, just husband, wife. Now people are not even deciding to get married. So I don't think we're moving in a right or a wrong direction. It's just we're moving in a direction that makes more sense to us. So if we are connecting to each other through this medium right now, you're somewhere else, I'm kilometers away from you and we're having this conversation. So fine, that's the case. I don't see that as a good or a bad thing. It is what it is.
Right.
That's how I see it.
I guess as human beings, if it is me, I will find a way to not lose that. But what do you think are the drawbacks that happen due to digitalization? What do you think are the drawbacks of technology?
See, I don't see it as a drawback. I mean, there's good and bad every time with every situation, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was saying the other day, like this, for example, is technology harmful or is it not harmful? It depends how you use it, right? You want to make sure that you switch off the phone if you want to not get the radiation, and you don't put it under your pillow and things like that. So take those precautionary methods. I don't think technology per se is bad. There's no drawback as such. You have to just use it correctly, like a knife.
Yes.
A knife is not good, it's not bad. A knife used for cutting vegetables and making some nice khana, that's great. If somebody is doing surgery, that's good. I got surgery done, so that's good. But if you take a knife and say, hey, give me all your money, that's bad. But the knife is not good or bad. It's the person's own can decide whether it's good or bad with it. Same goes for technology.
Yeah. So it's just a tool and we should know how to use it.
Exactly, yeah. So I make sure I'm on speakerphone as much as possible. You don't want to put that thing, especially it's long calls. I do Zoom calls preferably. Just keep the screen as much away from me without the radiation,
Yes, I've seen that. I mean, whenever you call up Rishi, and this is for the audience, if you connect with him, whenever you call him, he'll be like, Zoom correct? So he's like on the computer. So I'd like my audience also to write, any questions that you have to ask in terms of technology, your comfort with it, your discomfort with it. Please do write it in your comments. We will read it and give it to Rishi to answer. And so Rishi, as a person, I've known you now for I think over 2 years. 2 years is it or longer? But whatever it is, good time.
Yeah.
And I know that you are a person who is technology driven for sure. But then there are these times where you will switch off everything and you will go take a life experience. Like you'll go and do a Vipassana or some course and we'll find you in some remote place where there's no network. So people say once you get you hung on to technology, once you get the use of it, and once you're attached to it, it's very difficult to detach. So is that true? And if it's not, then how do you do it?
Okay, that's a great question actually, because I did do Vipassana not once, I did it 3 times. So I've been through that 3 times already. Of course, first of all, I was sold the idea of Vipassana, right? I was like 10 days, no mobile, no computer, no nothing to anybody. What's the story, like meditation 14 hours a day? It's like, whoa, it's like too much. So I guess my brother, he was the one that gave the carrot on what a great experience it's going to be. So I said, okay, maybe it's worth it to go for it. So I was sold the idea and I bought the idea. Now the thing is, when you go there, they take the phone, they take the computer, they take it all. There's nothing. They don't do the life. They just want you to be part of meditation. So I think for me, actually, the phone was not even a problem because I had already made my backup in case people needed to get to me technical support or something like that. I already had the team in place. I had set that up 6 months prior because then I could do the vacation or do the Vipassana or whatever thing that I'm not going to be available. So making my customers have a backup was important. I had to make sure that, and then I can of course switch off and go. And at the time, I really did not need anything from anybody. And I knew people over there were really scared. Like on the 10th day, they allow you to start talking. One person asked me, you didn't get worried? I said, no, I didn't get worried. I'm here, I'm getting food, I get to sleep somewhere. I'm doing for so many hours in a day. But I realized people do get worried. They were really afraid if they were not allowed to talk to anybody. I managed fine, so maybe more people should do Vipassana.
If you're scared that you will get addicted to technology, you go and take that 10-day break, right? We're not promoting it, they're not giving us a fee, but you must try it.
Vipassana is for the serious people. It is not to be taken lightly. I mean, any I think program should be done with full intention. Yes,
that's true. So, what else have I got? So I'd like the audience also to write their questions down in case you've just joined in. This is Rishi and this is Shalini Gamre, and I welcome you to this conversation. So, tell us about a few good experiences you've had with your clients, especially when it came to the challenged ones like us. where you had to go to the ABC of how do you do things. Have you had such difficult clients like us?
No, so in fact, by the way, no, in fact, you were not at all difficult. Primarily, you right from day one, I found and there are a few customers like you who are very positive. Okay, most of my customers are a little bit drained. They're not too sure. They're going to pay Rishi money. Is he going to deliver and stuff like that? You and a few other clients were never worried about that. You all were very positive. Like, okay, this is the service I'm buying from Rishi, and this is what I'm going to get. And of course, because I delivered, you were happy. So for me, I never looked at you and a few other clients as a problem. Normally, I don't have a challenge with clients because I want to make sure I deliver value. And I try to do free trials and let them experience it first. I'm in a position where I can offer a free trial. My world of technology is all digital. So it's not manufacture some products and give sample, free pay. Taste my product or try my product. It's all digital. So it's already paid for in that sense. Like I've already invested in the server and technology and software. So once I do a free trial, the customer sees the value. Only then I'm interested in continuing with the customer. So my customers who pay me are not a problem because they pay me after they have seen the value. So I've never had any challenge as such with the customer because I don't allow them to become a customer until they're happy.
So when you talk about these services, what are these services that you're rendering to your customers? What are these services in the technology? Yes.
Sure. So one of them is, of course, email marketing. It's very important to stay in touch with your clients or prospects, and email is one way you can do that. So people have challenges of doing email marketing, not just from the technology platform, but even from the content. Like, so I go and actually advise my customer. I give them advice on, write the email like this. You get a better reply. Okay, you get higher replies. So you can go to, let's say, a MailChimp or some other technology. You just get the technology. You don't get the guidance. So my target audience is those people who are not tech savvy, but if you don't teach them how to do it, they'll know how to do it. It's like Gmail or Facebook. But once you do the content, we have to. Because I have this, I've been doing marketing for quite some time now, sales for quite some time now, that I've understood some concepts. And so therefore, when I show them what I've already tried and tested, and they see the results, then it's good. So bulk email marketing is one solution I give. Again, I give a free trial. Let them try it out before they actually decide to go for the service. The second thing I do is LinkedIn. I help them to expand the network of the relevant audience, not just anybody and everybody. It's very beneficial for connecting with the people because you're sitting at home and you don't have to do anything. We just do it for you. So that's a service that a lot of people are happy. When they see the effects of the number of connections they get on LinkedIn, they just go for it. So that's the second thing I offer. And the base platform is either teach people how to make websites, or if they're not wanting to invest their time to do a website, then I just do it for them. So websites, email marketing, and LinkedIn network growing. These are the services that I offer, which if anybody sees on my website, you will actually get all the data.
So on that note, I think you should put your website details there in the comments so that people will connect with you for the website. So I think there's Octus. There's a person by the name of Octus who says Rishi is always supportive with a quick reply. I completely agree. And he will not just reply, he will take you onto Zoom and he'll show you where to go to find it. Initially, I used to feel this guy must be really thinking I'm like really daft, because he literally goes to the Zoom and he'll take me to the screen and say, see, you click this and there you have it. And he could just tell me this on the phone. So is he like trying to tell me that you're so dumb? But then I realized that's just the way you work. It's better to just show it once and close it than to keep on repeating the same instructions again and again on the phone. And I started using that technique with a lot of, my friends and my people as well. It's better to show them and finish it than to keep on, with it.
Yeah.
So Chetan is saying hi to you also. I think you should say hello to your people here who are online.
Yeah. Hi Chetan and hi Yogesh, and I guess, oh my God, lots of people here.
So Rishi has put his website details there. It's www.webdudes.in, and there's where you will get all the information of what he does, and great job. So you must connect with him. So Rishi, what you've told us what are the other businesses that will, like there's the gig economy that will come in. What do you think if somebody wants to start a business now online? If somebody, now we know that, online is the thing. Not only for the corporates and big business owners, even for people like us, it's so easy. And we can give out our workshops for a much cheaper rate, more valuable services can be rendered than to charge them that heavy cost and cover travel and all those things. So if somebody has to start up with a business, what are the few industries in the field of digitalization which they should tap,
Yeah, so one of the things is in situations where you have lockdown, at least you see people who prefer to go to the local store and buying things, right? Don't lose out on your local market, okay?
Yes.
Find out the ability to find the logistics to deliver products. Like now Amazon has started again delivering products.
Yes.
You can start ordering. Because
Yes.
slowly the government is allowing certain industries to allow to travel and not 100% lockdown, right?
Yes.
So if you're a local business, if you have local clients around, you may not have done that in the past, but now is the time to realize that even if you're in a retail, your concern is only the local people within the 2-3 kilometer radius. These are the people that will come to you. Don't lose them out to the online space. Give them the offer of free delivery. It might cut into your daily business profit margins, but do that to save your business. Otherwise, they will go and switch to another online mechanism, which will get. You may not be able to give it cheaper than Amazon, but still try and at least do the home delivery free. That is one thing that will make a difference, because there are some people, like I know my mom, she's like, well, this morning breakfast saying like, I don't know why the local stores are not giving us the delivery. Otherwise, we'll all switch to Amazon and Big Basket and God knows whatever other big corporate So there are people that are concerned that they want their local vendors to survive and thrive.
Yes.
And so therefore, at least the home delivery is something I would definitely recommend. The second thing I would look at is if you have a niche product to offer, then you can go online. If you don't have a niche product, then it is tough because the competition will be price. So if you want to put some physical products online, it has to be unique, niche, not available anywhere else. Then you have a product. Of course, you have to still promote it, but then you can sell it at the price that you want. As far as online that's concerned, then again, learning skills that will allow you to work from home is very, very
Learning skills, right.
Anything in software or hardware related to automation, robotics, these are what's going to go ahead and going to become more and more demand, because as I said, today's COVID-19, tomorrow it's something else. Who knows what else will create these situations?
Correct.
So the number of people requirement and facilities will start reducing drastically, and then having computers and robots do things will actually become more and more required, because we will still need food, we will still need all of these things. We will not survive otherwise. So I think if you are involved in anything that's related to automation, robotics, software or hardware, there will be quite a demand for that, because medical industry is still very needed at this point. Education systems will have to change to online, so anything that you can do. So teachers, tuition teachers, all of that should be able to learn how to use Zoom, understand the issues. By the way, can I plug in the whole thing of Zoom at this point?
Yes, please go ahead. Yes, you told me about it. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, I think the guests need to know. Yeah,
I think people should know about Zoom, because a lot of people listen. "Nahi, government of India ने बोला तो use नहीं करना चाहिए." They just got a fixated point of view, and I just want to share something here.
Yes.
I was watching last night where they just talked about Zoom 5.0, which got launched.
Yes, I got an email on that. Yeah.
This version is got all the encryption and everything, so you can use it without being worried that somebody else is spying your data. Plus, you can even deselect countries.
Yes.
To not have your data go back and forth. Okay.
Right.
Now, this was blown out of proportion in my view, because let's face it, there was a time when all of us were working on WhatsApp without encryption.
Correct.
So for years together we were doing. So that data was pretty much accessible to anybody.
Yes.
It's only after it made one day we opened WhatsApp and we saw, oh, your end-to-end encryption has started. I mean, till such time nobody knew.
Nobody even knew what the meaning of that was. Yeah. Leave alone questioning it. Yeah.
So it's not like your data, is like gone and anyway, in my case, I completely understand if large companies and governments use the internet and the data is not encrypted and it's going through countries like China, and China is at least being clear about it. They are declaring the fact that, boss, if you want any data to go through our networks, we will see whatever there and we will access it.
And we will use it if we have to.
If we have to. So there is no privacy. Go take a hike. Now Zoom has said we can turn off China and Hong Kong, China, we can remove as countries. So that means now your data will automatically get routed to other countries. Now when I set up my Zoom account, my first default account got created in the United States of America. So I deselect United States of America.
Okay.
So I have to share with you a movie. It's called Snowden. S-N-O-W.
Let me write that down here. S-N-O-W-D-E-N.
Yes, Snowden.
Okay.
Alright, this movie will actually make your mind go crazy. Okay, in China they declare. In the US, companies like organizations like CIA, this guy Snowden exited the CIA. He used to work for CIA, and he's a whistleblower. That means he came, got all kinds of data from CIA and see what they are doing. They are busy moving into people's personal lives and checking out what they're doing, what they're saying. Video, audio, text, everything is getting tracked and monitored. Okay. So there they do it behind the back, and China declares that they're going to do it. So people think that if they are more secure with their traffic going through USA, they're gravely mistaken.
In fact, we had this flow of messages on WhatsApp that said that Facebook is accessing all of your the websites which you're opening on your phone is being tracked by Facebook. And most of us were like, what? And why didn't they tell us? And I actually went to the settings to check it, and seriously, every page that I have opened is tracked on Facebook. And I didn't have a clue, and I'm a major user of social media. So, they do it without telling you while, there was this whole blowout on Zoom. I had a lot of clients who said, no, we don't want to do an online session because you're doing it on Zoom. So I said, okay, they'll come back, they go around, and Zoom is as good as Skype and any other video service, isn't it? So, in fact, I
think it's better. I think
it's a
Zoom
lot
is
better. Yes, and I found so many security norms in Zoom which I didn't find on the other systems. And I thought, they'll go around and they'll come back. So it's okay. So Zoom is safe, guys. Zoom is safe. Relax.
And I just want to share the relevance of who should be worried and who should not be worried.
Yes.
Of course, in my case, I use Zoom primarily for two reasons. One is to have meetings with my team, which is just me and my partners. Okay, we have daily meetings on Zoom. So, of course, all that information is going through the network. Now, at least it's going encrypted, but earlier it was not. In the case of me doing webinars where I'm openly explaining concepts, like we're having this open conversation for anybody to look at. There's nothing personal of mine that I'm worried about what if this data goes out. I'm interested in data be looked at as many people as possible. So in Zoom I do webinars. So if I'm doing webinars, anyway that's not private. That's open for public. Once my webinar is done, I put it on YouTube for people who missed the program to go and watch it. So it is.
But I guess, Rishi, people are worried that if they log on to the system, then maybe a hacker gets, access to their system and via that call. So does that happen?
So I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a minute. Before that, I want to just complete this conversation of people who are worried about using Zoom. Need not worry about it. But if let's say Ambani or Tatas and Birlas, they should not be using Zoom because suppose that data gets leaked out, right? They should, like if a minister is talking to the general, the government thing, data can't be exposed and shown by anybody else. So of course you need to be concerned about it. I don't think Google will use Zoom platform. I don't think Microsoft will use Google technology. I don't think Apple will use Google technology. None of these, they're all in a certain sense.
Yes,
They,
yes.
they will invest a lot of money and
To
make
have
sure
their
that
own, yeah, their
exactly,
own, correct,
exactly. Because it is the cost to having that data exposed out is too high.
Too high, yeah.
You and me, we are small business people taking care of small stuff. I don't think, it doesn't compare. Okay.
Yeah.
Now coming to the point of getting hacked. Yes, absolutely. Today, the phones are such that I can send a link, and if you're joining Zoom on a phone, and in the chat link, if I tap some link, I could go to a website to download a script and hack my phone. Yes, this is very much possible until you install software that protects your phone even more. So,
Correct.
we immediately responded to that by updating the next version that makes sure that links are not clickable. Okay.
Right.
So that got disabled right away immediately when the news came out. Immediately stopped. There was some computer hardware, like I think Apple, a specific model of Apple's MacBook Pro, their camera was getting opened even though I did not say yes to that. But yes, there were genuine cases. I'm not denying that. But I just think it is blown out of proportion. So, now that they've disabled the links, that's better. Now they put passwords, they've got encryption. I think it's fine.
So I guess we should just upload or buy a good, software that will take care of our systems for us, and do that kind of research instead of worrying about it. And if husbands want to talk about their bank balance with their wives, then don't go on to Zoom. Pick up the phone and make sure your calls are not recorded then. So this way or that, I'm sure that people will figure out a way. It's just that. People are worried about very small things when there are bigger things to handle here on. So Rishi, I'm not sure if I'm sure everyone has been listening, and the conversation has been quite interesting. So I guess they've forgotten to put out questions. But if they do have questions, they must connect with you in some way. So would you like to leave a number or an email ID or something with the guests here so that they may be able to connect with you, or do you want them to just go to the website?
I think the website is fine because it has all the, and I'm just checking again to make sure my number's there. But I think it's there at the bottom. I have a feeling it's there at the bottom. Yeah, my number's there. It's in the already and the number's there. They can just WhatsApp me. There's a chat option. We get all that information. So just a good place to start.
Superb. So I'm so grateful that you took this time out to have this conversation with me this evening. And with Zoom and WhatsApp and giving people a little insight on what they should be worried about and what they just can leave it to the companies to take care was a very important aspect of the conversation. So I hope people get comfortable with the new era of digitalization. If they don't, then we have Rishi Gangoly here to help us. So make sure you definitely have his website with you. And I'd like to thank all our guests who have joined us this evening. And we will see them next Thursday at 6 o'clock for the next session. And Rishi, thank you again for spending this evening with me.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful weekend that's coming up.
Thank you.
Take care, Rishi. Bye-bye.